What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And today we're working on a SeaDoo Jet Ski, and we're going to be doing spark plugs on it and oil change on this. So basically like a little service on here. Using my phone again, but 10 millimeter after your seat's off, get 10 millimeter and we are outside. Make sure all these are loose. I say go down inside. You want to make sure that they're all loose. Then next you're going to have these little squeeze tabs, one on each side. Just pull up on them. It's hard to do it one-handed. But pull up enough, just set it down. And this should just lift it right out of there. And set it down too. And then you can get this out of the way. You just have like a lift tab, and then there's one on the bottom also. Let me set y'all down. Like I was saying, lift tabs top and bottom, set it down. And that pretty much takes like your air piece off. And then after you do that, you have this, pop it loose. Pull your dipstick out for a second, and that lifts right off. I'll put the dipstick back in, and you have 3 little clips, 1, 2, and 3. Just grab them, lift up. Number 3, make it tight. Number 2, and number 1. If the ends stay in there, it's not a big deal. Now, we're going to get my impact driver to pull them out. I know I'm moving it all around, sorry about that. But I have an impact driver, 5/8, and there's number 1, number 2, and number 3. That is our plugs, and look like they were doing pretty good. And you got the exact same ones. Let me go ahead and show it to you. Got the exact same part number, DCPR8E, and they are NGKRs. So let me grab the new ones, bring them back out here, and I'll show you how I throw them in here. I don't like putting them in with an impact. I like to start them by hand and then tighten them by hand. Just that way I don't over tighten them. Right, get the new plugs. What you're going to have to do is pull that top piece right there off. And the way I do it, just get a pair of pliers, grab it, and they should twist right off. Let me do that real quick off 3, and I'll show you what they look like. That's the little piece you take off, and that's what they look like afterwards. And now we're just gonna throw them in here, and let me show you it real quick. Trying to do this all one-handed because I'm on my phone. So. Okay, and I just thread them in. Let's go to bottoms out. And that's about all you need, just a little oomph on them. So don't go crazy with them. And people aren't my normal viewers, because this is more aquatic boat stuff. I've read online, NGK says do not put any C's on their plugs. I don't know if it still recommends that or not, but I know in the past on their website and stuff, it has recommended no NECs on their threads. So I do not put any on NGKs. Now, we have some dielectric grease right here. Just put just a little bit in here, not much. And then, like, I put some in here, then I squeeze them all around. Then when you put them in, that one don't have it, okay. Push it all the way down and snap them in. So, just going to rinse and repeat. Like I said, we don't put much on there. I don't want to put that one there. I'll put it right here. Not going to put much in this one just because I put it on the wrong one. So I put a little less in this one. Alright, and that is putting the plugs in. Now we're just going to have to do the oil change. So I'll bring you back in just a second. I forgot to show you the oil change on that one. This is the exact same engine. And what we're going to do is we're going to crank it up, let it run for a minute, and get it warmed up. And you want to make sure you have your hose hooked up, and it hooks up inside of there. But start it and then turn the water on. You don't want to turn the water on first. You don't want to force it into the engine, because I do know that they've been known to push water into the cylinders. So crank it up, let it run for probably 2 or 3 minutes, you know, let it warm up the oil so it like flows through, and then we're going to suck it out through here. I'll show you how we do that once I get it warmed up. All right, as you can see, we got it running. I'm just using this little electric pump. It attaches to the battery, and you're going to go in through your dipstick and suck it out. And you can use a vacuum pump, manual pump, however you can get to it. I just happen to have access to this electric one to make it easier, and we're just going to let it go until it stops. And then once you do that, you want to hold the throttle like all the way down, and then you're just going to try to start it, and all that's doing is putting it in a clear flood mode. Let it rotate, and then it just lets the oil cycle back through here, and you can get all the oil out. So we're just going to let this run for a while until it does its thing. Alright, so drained it, and I went ahead and put some oil in, and we got this kit from sbt.com. Come with the oil, the filter, and your gaskets right here. And just got their brand filter right here. But you can see that's your part number, 83-112K. But now what we're going to do is change the filter. The filter is right here. You're going to need an E10. You're going to pull that off, and then you can lift up, and you'll pull the whole filter and assembly, cap assembly all at once. Let me get it out of there, and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, so the other one had a rod in here and a bolt. This one does not, so you may or may not have that. But whatever you do, yours has the rod. Make sure you take it off and replace this O-ring right here, because it does come with it right there. Then you're just going to use a pick to pull that one right there in the groove, and this one right here. Typically pull them out together, but that's your thin one, and then use a pick, get behind that one, and pry it off. Well, that one come off easier. And then change that O-ring right there. We got it back in, and we just went over it. Sorry, I had to move on. But we just went over it with the hand ratchet. Don't put too much on it. If anything, from experience, go about 15 to 20 Newton meters, and that's about all you want to do. Now we're going to put all this back together, and I'm going to show y'all how to do that. The first thing you want to do is you got to pull the dipstick, put this on here. Do not forget to put that over there. Then we're going to put this piece back on, and this little piece will rotate and just snaps in. I say it just snaps in, but we go. And it just sits there, and then the other piece goes on top, and the bolts bolt into here. There's 4 of them. That's what it's going to look like. I'm not going to bolt mine down because I still have to pull this supercharger off, and we got to rebuild it. So, but that is pretty much doing plugs and an oil change on one of these. If you've got any questions, comments, concerns, let me know in the comment section. You know, a quicker way of doing something, let us know. Like I said, this is some of my first time doing this job, so critique me, let me know some tips and stuff. But y'all know what to do. Hit the like, subscribe, notification bell, and until next time, dork to state. Y'all have a great day.